So I'm going to unbox these Auxito LED bulbs. They came just like this, wrapped up. I haven't even opened the film, so you'll get my initial reaction. These guys hit me up and asked if I wanted to review their bulbs for my car, and I said sure, why not. So let's get these unboxed. These are H7 bulbs. That's what fits in the Volkswagen that I got. I do have the GTI, but I'm running the standard halogen headlights, not the HID bulbs. So I just have regular bulbs. So this comes with, I believe these are like heat-proof gloves or whatever, so that if you're changing your bulbs, you don't burn your fingers. Looks like we got some zip ties and some O-rings, some warnings and warm tips, and adapters in case you need them. This is the Y13 series. I'm not sure what their old series names are, but this is installation instructions. And then we got the bulbs themselves. Make sure you guys can get a good look at these. So I'm not entirely sure how well these are going to fit in my car just yet, but we will find out. So this has some markings on here telling you what degrees the bulb is positioned at, so that you can aim them properly. They got a little fan heatsink on the back. And yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. I did also have them send me out some CAN bus resistors. So if you're running a car that has CAN bus and it tells you when your lights are out, you will likely need these. You can buy them at the auto parts store, but they have their own version here that just plug and play with these. So it should be pretty straightforward on installation. But first I need to see if the bulbs are going to fit, because if you can see on here they have different adapters. So depending on which bulb I choose to use, whether my high beam or low beam, they're both H7, but they're installed in different ways, which I'll show you in a moment. But these, the one I was thinking about using is I think it's the low beam, I want to say. I could be wrong. But whichever one's on the middle or the inside has a little metal rings, I'll show you. Alright, so we got a headlight here. This is the same type of headlight that's in my car currently, but this one's just broken, old, and dirty. As you can see, it's pretty yellow. So this is one of the bulbs. See how it sits in this type of housing. This bulb obviously is not going to fit in there and be able to get plugged in. So that would require one of the adapters that they're mentioning. Instead, I'm going to try to install it on this bulb. I'm going to take a look at the instructions that they give you and see if I can learn anything new. So I'll cut back to when I got some information. Turns out I am just an idiot. You should always consult the instructions before trying to install stuff, even if you were a mechanic and you kind of have some common sense and you generally know what you're doing. But Auxito has definitely thought of this problem already, and if you look here, remember those degree angles I was telling you about? You can clock it. Well, if you turn it all the way to 0, you could just slide the whole bulb out, Very convenient, then you won't damage anything. Luckily, I don't think I did damage anything, but that comes out. This little piece, way easier to install. Even in the car, that would be super simple to install. Now, I'm not entirely sure how you would re-aim it at this point, unless you just loosen that and spin that somehow. I'm not sure, unless they're just automatically aimed to where they should be, which is another potential possibility. Not entirely sure, but we're gonna throw that little metal guy in there. Really simple. Not sure if I'll leave in the part of me struggling. We'll see. And then we'll just clip that guy in there, just like a normal bulb. So that is clipped in. Now this guy very easily just slides right in there. Would you look at that? Boom. Wow, that could have took me 5 minutes just straight from the beginning. And then if you didn't need resistors or anything, you could just plug this directly in. Bada bing, bada boom. If you do need the resistor, you put that in line. Not a problem. I'm not entirely sure where this stuff's gonna go, so I might end up poking some holes in one of my little rubber boots so that this stuff can stay outside. But yeah, that's a pretty easy install, I would say. And I guess these gaskets are for the bulb in case you ever need to replace them, potentially. That's what they look like. I am interested to see how bright these are. But first, I'll have to record how bright my stock ones are. We're not going to be aiming my headlights at all. They probably could use an aim, but I'm not going to aim them. Just so that we can see a one-to-one comparison of how my headlights performed before and how they will perform after. We'll go from there. So now we're going to move to the install on the vehicle. We're just going to start by removing that rubber cap, the plug on the high beam bulb, which is the one we're changing here. You're just going to want to pull that off. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult because it's kind of hard to grip, but just give it a good pull and it should come right off. From there, you're going to locate that little metal bar holding the bulb in. You're going to push it down and to the side, just like that, and it will unhook from these two little plastic hooks in there. From there, you can just pull the halogen bulb right out. Now we're going to grab our LED bulb, and I'll show you how we're going to get this put in there. So as you can see here, there are some markings on here. We're just going to rotate that collar and slide it right off. This is going to make it a lot easier to install. From here, we're going to put this tab facing down when we go to install this piece, and the markings facing forward. We're going to pop that in there and lock it into place. From there, we can grab our bulb again. Make sure to line up the notches and then slide it in and rotate it until the plug or the cord is down. And then it should be locked into place. Now that we have that locked in place, we're going to wire it up. Now if you don't need a CAN bus resistor, you can just plug it straight in, line the positive side up with the positive wire and such. I do have CAN bus, so I'm going to need to install the CAN bus decoder or the resistors so that I don't get a light fault and it continues to run the light and not automatically turn it off. So here we have 2 white and 2 black with each type of connector. I use the white as the positive and black as the negative for my setup, and it seemed to work fine. Others may have to swap it around. I'm not entirely sure on that front. but I plugged the white to white and the black to brown on my connector, and the connector on the LED was labeled with positive and negative, so I just plugged that in accordingly. I was able to tuck all these wires back into the headlight assembly and reinstall the rubber boot without contacting the fan on the LED. As you can see here, the new LED light is a lot brighter and a lot whiter light compared to the old ones. I am really blown away with how well these lights work. As you can see, they are very bright. It's not that dark out yet, but I'm really blown away with these. Like, I was expecting them to be not that great, considering that they're pretty affordable and they're Chinese. I mean, they felt high quality. They've been working great. They're super bright. They're super easy to install. It only took about 5 minutes per headlight, so you can get it all wrapped up within about 10 minutes. All plug and play, no lights on the dash, no errors. They're working just fine. Auxito offers bulbs for all different kinds of cars and just about any application you're looking for, whether it's interior lights, exterior lights, all sorts of different options at different price ranges as well. It'd be a great gift for a family member or maybe just a friend, someone you know needs some better headlights, maybe for yourself as well. They do have some deals going on around Black Friday as well. You can use my link in the description. I also have a discount code for 15% off. That is Odell Prod, ODELL PROD. So use that link and that code to get 15% off your purchase. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I don't typically do stuff like this, but if you do like it, I can try to do some more reviews like this. Hit that subscribe button if you're into Mark V Volkswagen content, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Thanks for watching.